All right, so let's do a trade recap for today, Tuesday, September 23rd on the NASDAQ. So as you can see with, which way is it? This way? I think it's that way. Is it this way? It's all backwards. This way? Right there. With my P&L right there, I'm a little red on the day. So let's talk about it. I'll go over my bias, what happened, what I did right, what I did wrong, and thoughts like that. So I came into the day, and one of the red flags that I saw right out of the gate was it could be a seek and destroy day. We had the Asia range here in the pink, and we had the London range here in the purple. When we see London take Asia high and low, that to me is immediately on alert. And that's one of the things that I have in one of my cheat sheets. So what I do is I make checklists and cheat sheets because trading's difficult enough. We want to reduce the amount of things we have to think of. So like I just go through my checklist in the morning, and one of my checklist items is, did London take Asia's high and low? And immediately I was on alert. I knew we were looking at a lower probability day. If you want access to these cheat sheets, they're in my Discord. There's a variety of them where I look at market conditions and I explain it and give the checklist. I have my trading rule set that you can adopt to your own. I have a pre-market checklist, which is where I got this from, or where where I'm looking for if Asia or London. I am just at a loss for words today, folks. I'm sorry. What I'm saying is what I was just explaining about London taking Asia's high and low, that's all in this pre-market list that kind of gives you some ideas. And then like my trading standard operating procedure, all this is for free in my Discord. My Discord is free. There's a link below. So come join me, hang out with some friends, ask me questions, and we can chit chat. Now, back to the trade today. So I initially went in today. Let's flip over to the screen with a bearish bias. We had SMT up at these highs. We had all this inefficiency down below. So I was expecting 930 to open up and drop down into this inefficiency. And then as you can see by this arrow here, I was anticipating to take a long. A couple of things we had going on this morning that kind of threw a wrench in the gears is we had 945 red folder, which did nothing. But we had Trump speaking at 950, and then we have Powell spoke at 12:35. I don't know. It probably already happened. I'm not paying attention currently. So with those things in mind, ran into today with expecting some sell side delivery, which we got it. There was the potential for a short setup here. I don't take any trades in this opening range here from 920 to 940. So at least I was right about that. And then we started coming into this price action here, and it went sideways. We had Trump speaking, and we were pre-Powell. So I'll show my trade here. See if I can get this set up. I don't know where I got to scroll to get it all to line up again. I'll just readjust it. So as you can see, I took a long on this candle here at 1042. I was expecting this to be a bullish breaker. Noting a couple of things. We had Trump speaking. I was patiently waiting. This was turning into a 5-minute consolidation, so that was kind of a strike against my rules. But I flip-flop on that one because I've seen 5-minute consolidations break out and rip too. I went in with partial risk, and I think that's, well, two things. I kind of FOMO'd on this. I saw this candle close way up here, and I waited for this candle to retrace, and I marketed in on this candle. A little bit out of FOMO, and noticing a little bit out of two things. One, I waited patiently for this confirmation, so I was kind of eager to get it and go in on it. Secondly, I have taken so few trades this last month. It is just ridiculous, and I'm noticing one of the things I'm starting, like today it was noticeable, is I'm starting to get impatient. And if we look at my TradeZella, this week I didn't really trade. I took one loss, I think. I forget what happened this week. All last week, I just wasn't feeling it. I took one trade, one win. I was just trying to get into the groove after taking whatever it was, 3 weeks off. And then here we have this week. Yesterday presented me with 0 setups, and today 1 loss. Now, that's fine. It's a partial loss. This was a partial loss. This was a partial win. I'm not even doing my full risk at the moment. And there's a reason for that. Because I'm just getting back into the groove. And as you can see, I'm not into the groove right now. So, and part of that is just being patient to get back into the groove. So I took that loss. I think I did well in that I lowered my risk. And I was flip flopping. I'm like, maybe I shouldn't take this because Trump is speaking. And also, I don't know how to say this other than like, it was also good because I feel like I've been too conservative. And so to actually take a trade and just let it play out, even if it's a loss, I think that's a good thing for me at this moment. I'm not, sitting here trying to win or lose. I'm just trying to do the process. And if I'm not taking trades, I'm not taking a part of the process. So in a way, I feel like that was a win for me today. My account's still in the green, and I'm happy about that. I can still take a lot of losses before even hitting back into drawdown. So yeah, the market did not meet my expectations. I noticed one of my mentors, he took a similar trade. I think he longed this candle. I wanted a little more confirmation than this candle. I wanted a long outside of this fair value gap, inverted fair value gap right there. So yeah, I think that kind of sums up my day. Not a big deal either way. Just a review and a journal entry here, talking about what I did for my records, and I hope that maybe some of this insight here can help someone kind of work dialing in their trading. And I think what's important here, because what I'm getting at by that statement is, like, I saw some people going, "Oh man, price action's terrible today. I took 2 losses. Screw NQ, screw Trump and Powell," kind of stuff. And I think that's the wrong perspective. I also saw somebody once get upset because a Trump candle wrecked his account. And I thought about that a lot. And I thought about commenting. I never did. And I'm like, Trump didn't wreck your account. Powell didn't wreck your account. Like, I looked at this chart and I knew it was lower probability. And I even adapted for that. I went in with 50% risk today. Right? And that's what I want people to take away is, it's not the candle's fault. It's not Trump's fault. It's not Powell's fault. It's not the red folder's fault. It's your fault. Like, if you're trading when Trump is speaking, I mean, come on, And if you're trading in this market where we know a Trump tweet can cause volatility, like, that's just, you got to accept the game you're playing, right? And I did that today, and I'm proud of that. And I want other people to realize the same thing, because if we project the fault onto anything else other than ourselves, well, you're just not going to make it. You're not going to improve. Like, the only way to improve is to accept the fault. Like, and here I don't even care. Like, I took this loss and I'm feeling like, well, I knew what I was getting into. I knew exactly what I was getting into, and I took the trade, and I accept that. So long-winded point was basically that if we get into a trade, we need to just accept it for what it is. And even if we don't know what happens, like if we get stopped out and then we go, oh crap, I didn't know Trump was speaking. I didn't. And this started going sideways, and I was like, eh. And then I figured out Trump was speaking. And so it's our fault if we don't know if Powell's speaking, if Trump's speaking. It's our fault if we go in when they are speaking. Like, it's just our fault. Take responsibility for our actions. That's how we're going to succeed. So I'll cut it at that. This is just a quick little daily recap video. I don't want to go off on too much of a tangent, but again, if you're interested in my my cheat sheets and checklists, they're in the Discord for free. I'd love to have you. And I trade every day live at 9:30, approximately, sometimes give or take, Eastern time. So come join me on a live. It'd be sweet to have some people hanging out.